Hello parents, time for class. Welcome to the fourth episode of Parents Class. This is Chris Pan. Today we'll talk about inquiry-based learning part 2. And as I promised, we will cover a vivid example in today's lesson. Well, this example is about a field trip. On a beautiful sunny day in early spring, 3 teachers brought 3rd and 6th graders went to a riparian woodland where a small stream flowed through. Beautiful, isn't it? If you remember the first phase we talked about in the last video, which is letting students to ask their questions. So in order to warm them up, teachers first ask students what major components do they see in this beautiful field? And the kids listed these items here. Well, they look pretty general, right? Then teachers ask students to observe more carefully and think about anything that could be investigated as they tour around the site. Then students geared up their scientific mindset and asked the following questions. What kind of trees are there? How deep is the water? What lives in the water? It is more specific definitely, but still they are mostly descriptive. So students were encouraged to ask deeper questions that they think worth to do some research. Then this question came out. It looks more sciencey, right? So after everyone or every peers generated their own questions, then they come to phase 2, which is to develop their own research plans. For one of 6th graders, their question is, does the size of the tree differ with the kind of trees? So they will have to apply what they have learned in the class, such as collect data, apply sampling techniques to figure out the answers. And for one of 3rd graders, their question is, are there more fat trees or skinny trees here? So they will use tape, record the measures, and agree on the definition of fat and skinny trees. Well, what should teachers or parents do if you are there guiding this activity? The first thing is, for sure, you need to provide anything they need to do this exploration, except the answer. Because now, you're a facilitator. Your job is to encourage students to find answers and address their questions by giving general suggestions, such as, have you collected enough data? What if you try this? Etc. Then after students collected all of the data they need, which took them 2 class periods, they will come back to classroom again and organize all of the data they have found either on a notebook or put in a laptop so that to solve the questions. Along the way, they will produce several artifacts such as graphs or tables to provide evidence to support their conclusion. Then afterwards, they will present the work, question each other's tasks, and give feedback. It is a crucial learning process, which will neither know in what way their research is good or need to be improved. At this point, as instructor, you will need to refine, summarize, and document the students' research for next round of activity. Because in inquiry-based learning, the instructor is both a facilitator of learning and a provider of information. One of the main reasons I want to introduce you inquiry-based learning is because you can do it yourself. Because it is totally chill, low-key, and you can bring kids to field trip too. The good thing is, you don't have to be proficient on the topic your kids is researching. You just need to be a facilitator, a learning material provider, or just a nice team member. Then the memorable learning process will occur. It does not have to happen in school at all. And in this case, educators call it informal learning. Oh, long time no see, Bill and I. So if you want to give it a shot, just firstly letting your kids ask questions, then guide them through research process, find answers, and discuss what they and you have learned. And you will be a great parent as well as a good educator. Hope you learned it. Alright, thanks for following references where I borrowed the image and the concepts from. This is inquiry-based learning part 2. If there are any teaching strategies you want to know, please leave a message. See you next time.